What's going on, y'all? Every day means every day, episode number 2. And in this video, I'm going to completely change the way that you think about setting goals. I'm going to completely change the way that you think about setting a path and a plan to execute and achieve those goals. And lastly, I think I'm going to completely change the way that you perceive yourself and the way that you perceive the world. Now, let me explain. This is a concept that one of my mentors taught me. This is a mentor who's incredibly important to me, a mentor who got me through a lot of challenges, especially early on in my career, who helped me overcome my social anxiety, helped me overcome the limited belief that I had in myself. This is a concept that she gave me recently that completely shook me to the core, okay? Now, the concept is this. You do not need any more clarity. You need more faith. Okay, you don't need more clarity. You need more belief. You don't need more clarity. You need more trust. Let me explain what I mean to you by this. I was recently going through a situation and I was talking to my mentor about it. I had a big decision coming up and I was telling her, like, listen, I can't figure out which way to go. I've got this fork in the road. I could go left. I could go right. Neither are bad options. I mean, they're both filled with opportunity, which is a blessing that I have that I'm in that position in life, but I don't know what to do. And it's giving me anxiety and fear because I can't figure this thing out. I don't have any clear signs or signals to take this direction or that direction or vice versa. And I said, I just wish that I had more clarity. I told her I operate, and I was like selling it to her too. I said, I operate best when I have clarity. I know myself. I'm self-aware. I am at my absolute peak when I have complete clarity on what I need to accomplish, on where I'm going, on what's going to happen, and how I'm going to get there. That's when I'm at my best, when I have total clarity and total control. And she said, you have a problem with faith, trust, and belief. She said, because you don't trust God and you don't trust yourself, you want clarity. She said, the only reason that you're trying so hard, that you're making yourself sick, you're trying so hard to see into the future, you're trying so hard to figure it all out yourself, you're trying so hard to think your way through it. The only reason that you're doing all of that is because you don't have the level of faith in God that He's going to guide you in the right direction anyway. And you don't have the level of faith and belief in yourself that no matter what happens and what road you go down and what path you choose, that you will be able to figure it out. She said, in actuality, you would be better served by simply believing in yourself, making a decision, whether it's right or wrong. And sometimes you don't make the right decision. You make the decision right. And if you go down the wrong path, it's not an irreversible decision. It's not an irreversible choice. You can get the real world feedback. You can get the feedback of saying, okay, I tried this, it didn't work. Okay, I tried this, I didn't like it. Okay, I tried going down this path, it didn't seem to work out. And so maybe that's not the path for me, but using what I've learned and the experience and the skills that I've gained, now I can go down that other path and actually do way better at it than I would have in the first place. She said, your problem is not that you need clarity. Your problem is that you cling to clarity. You cling to control because you don't have any trust. You don't have any faith. You don't have any belief. So I want to challenge you in this video. That's really all this video is about. I want to challenge you. Whatever that decision is, I'm not telling you just make it on a whim. I'm not saying flip a coin for it. I'm not saying be reckless. I'm not saying don't think it through at all. What I am saying is have a little belief in yourself. You've survived 100% of your bad days. You're still here. You're still kicking. You ain't been taken down yet. So stop overcomplicating it. Stop overthinking it and stop making yourself sick, because all you're doing is influencing your own beliefs over and over and over again. Because when you overthink, when you hesitate, when you embody and embrace that spirit of fear, all you're doing is teaching yourself that that's your natural default setting. When you start to move, when you start to take action, when you start to make decisions, when you start to just attack life, all of a sudden you're training yourself to say, you know what? I'm the type of person who takes action. I'm the type of person who gets stuff done. I'm the type of person that no matter what circumstance or situation or environment that I find myself in, I figure it out because that's what I do. I have enough belief in myself to just go figure it out. I have enough trust in myself to go figure it out. I have enough faith in me and my ability to pivot, to adjust, to move, to make things happen, to make things work, whether it looks favorable or not. I have enough faith in me to get it done. I have enough faith in me to not allow overthinking to halt me, to not allow perfectionism to stop me, to not allow this fear, this doubt, this hesitation, the thought of what could happen, the thought of other people's opinions, the thought of maybe this goes wrong. I have enough faith in me to ensure that that does not stop me, because I just know that I'm going to figure it out. Confidence is something that a lot of people mess up. Confidence is not the feeling of, oh, I'm 100% sure that if I go down this path, I know what's going to happen. I know I'm going to get an outcome that's favorable to me. That's what most people think of when they think of confidence. When you say confidence, they think of that feeling of assurity. They think of that feeling of, I am 100% positive that I'm going to succeed in whatever this thing is that I'm about to do. That's not real confidence. That's not real confidence. The reason I know that that's not real confidence is because it's very situational. It is strictly circumstantial. True confidence follows you everywhere that you go. See, when you have confidence in a particular skill set of yours, or in a particular environment, or in a particular circumstance or situation, then sure, you might have that feeling of confidence in a very limited, narrow slice of life. How useful is that? Because now all of a sudden one little variable changes and you're completely thrown off your game. One little variable changes and now you're nervous again. One variable changes and boom, that spirit of confidence, that spirit of assertiveness is gone. So what good is that? What use is that? People who are truly confident, that's an internal confidence. That confidence comes from them knowing who the blank they are. That confidence comes from knowing that they can figure it out. That confidence comes from knowing and believing in their internal strength, not in their ability to complete a particular task or to thrive in a particular environment. If you're really confident in you as a human being, you can do anything in any environment, in any circumstance, no matter what. And that type of confidence follows you wherever you go. So again, I will tell you, if you're struggling for confidence, if you're struggling for belief, if you're looking around making a big decision in your life and you're begging God for a little bit more clarity, why don't you just let him lead you where he's trying to lead you and trust him that he's going to lead you in the right place, and trust that he gave you the tools necessary and the spirit necessary to figure it out no matter where you end up? Why don't you trust him, and why don't you trust yourself? And to me, the answer usually is you haven't done the work to have earned your own trust with yourself. See, trust with you has to be earned more than it does with other people, because you know your faults, you know your own sins, you know your own temptations, you know where you might slip up, and you know where you've messed up in the past. You know your downsides and your weaknesses better than anybody else. That's why it's so hard for us to trust us. And so we have to work even harder to overcome that than when somebody else is trying to earn our trust. We have to put in the work every single day. This is why for me, every day means every day is so critical and important, is because I got to know that I'm disciplined. I don't want to hope that I'm disciplined. I have to know that. I don't want to hope that I'm tough. I don't want to hope that I have grit. I don't want to hope that I have work ethic. I want to know from receipts. I want to know from experience that this is who I am. That's why every day means every day is so important. And when you get to that point, all of a sudden, you're not going to put so much stress and emphasis on these little decisions, because you're going to trust in yourself to not just make the right decision, but to make the decision and make it right. Not to mention, when you start to actualize the gifts that God gave you, when you start to be all that he created you to be, when you start to walk and unleash your potential and walk in your gifts and walk in all that potential that he gave you, I promise you, you're going to believe in yourself more. You're also going to believe in him more, because you're going to start to realize the awesome power that he really has. I don't mean to be a Bible thumper on this one. I'm just trying to tell you, if you would believe in him and if you would believe in you, all that anxiety, all that fear, all that trepidation, and all this, oh, I need more clarity, that clinging to control nonsense, it'll be out the window before you know it.